Well, don't you want to see those beautiful butterflies and the bees in your garden? Well, joining us today to tell us more about how we can get some of that to our garden with some pollinators, we've got OSU Master Gardener Gretchen Staley. And thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
You brought some examples, but I mean, there are things, I guess, if you think about it and intentionally do it, there are things you can plant and bring the beauty into your garden, right?
Absolutely. We joke about bees having the best press agent.
Exactly.
Because everybody is becoming aware of our need to protect particularly honeybees, but all bees, but it's broader than that. And when a lot of what you read about, gonna drop a little bit of a shock maybe to some people, we pretty much are getting the word out about bees, butterflies, and birds do a lot of our pollinating. But actually one group that is second to the bees in pollination is actually flies.
Oh, seriously? So we have to like flies and attract them to our yard? Okay.
So actually the black housefly isn't highest on the list, and there are a lot of our flies that people might assume are a bee that actually mimic bees in color and form and flight pattern and things. There are a lot of, but hoverflies are sometimes also known as flower flies that actually do a significant amount of our pollination, both for flowers, vegetables, fruits. They're big for blueberries, strawberries, things like that.
And this is an agriculture area, and we want all these things to be pollinated, right? And we really need it.
Yes, we need it. So in our backyards, there's 3 real basic things we can do that I wanted to touch base on today. The brighter color flowers in general attract bees and butterflies. For the flies, they have a tendency, while this is fairly general, you'll see them on different things, to be drawn more to more subtle and white colored flowers.
Okay.
All of them love the flatter flower shapes, like I've got a lot here today, that give them kind of a landing pad and a good target, and open access to the pollen in the centers of the flowers. So cone flowers, black-eyed Susans, zinnias, cosmos, daisies. For the flies, they like the panicle hydrangeas, again with the white, and actually, though there are lots of flower heads on this, they are a flat flower head. So those are all good choices to add to your garden. And if you can, start trying, we encourage everybody to start adding some native Ohio plants to their gardens.
Yeah, why not? It's supposed to be growing here, right?
Right, and actually, we have bees and butterflies and flies species that are native and prevalent in Ohio, and of course their preference is to feed on plants that are native here. So I brought a couple examples from the children's garden that are subtle flowers, but this is called mountain mint. It's a great pollinator, and it smells really good. It's very minty. And
I like that.
This is one called Rattlesnake Master that's easy to grow, and unusual flower form and seed head form for your garden. That makes a nice addition. And then beyond planting groupings of flowers, we can make little watering stations, and we just want to add stones and get the water to where the stones are slightly above the water to give them a place to rest and drink.
So they do want water, huh?
Yes, they do. I like to put those like near something I'm watering anyway. So in the vegetable garden, or by containers or whatever, and just keeping those moist gives them an extra place to gather some water, keep cool, and create energy.
Right, all right. We need to help the pollinators, and as you brought examples, we can make our gardens look great and beautiful. So that's the key.
Right.
Combination there. Help them all.
Win-win situation.
Exactly. Well, thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.